I just try to keep it 100 every time I approach a mic or anytime I come in contact with somebody, man. So I just tell you, well, Fresno it's probably the most, well, definitely one of the most drunkest cities in California. But it's probably one of the most like prideful like cities in the like where I'm from. Like people that's from Fresno, they're so proud to be from there. Like I'm from Fresno, and you wouldn't understand why, because you know it's like we don't have the California cliches. We don't have no beaches, no big buildings or anything like that where I'm from. It's like it was a desert at one point, and so yeah, I think that kind of forced me and anyone in Fresno to like really use their mind and really use their imagination and their creativity to make do with the scraps that they've been given. You know what I mean? And I think in turn that just produces really strong people and just unique kind of Californians, if you will. And that's where I'm from, and that's what helped molded me to the person I am. You know what I'm saying? Just conversations with hustlers who went from a Benz and now they in a LeSabre now. You know what I mean? Like getting wisdom from them, or or the minister or whoever I talk to. It's like my people I speak to are really complex, diverse group of people. So and Fresno was filled with all that. We got pimps, poets, players, politicians, everything, man. And I'm just a representation of that small little section, in California. I call it the heart of California because it's right in the middle. It's right here. It's right, Central California.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Guru's always say. That, he said your records always glow when they're done. And I got to give the credit to Showbiz of DITC and of course Showbiz and AG and Lord Finesse, because if it wasn't for Showbiz telling me to come to D&D to lay scratches for a remix for Lord Finesse on Return of the Funky Man remix, I wouldn't have gone to D&D.
So I'm like, well, test me for whatever. They run all the tests. And then she's like, oh, do you want an HIV test? And I'm like, oh. She's like, we can get you the results in 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh God. And I never like had one unless I was getting regular blood work. But I never like went in just for HIV test, like waiting on that call. And I'm like, this is the longest 10 minutes of my life. I was like, yeah, of course, do it.
As long as there's people, the system will thrive. Whether it's to our benefit or not, that's always the question. Me personally, I'm doing my best to ensure that any member of my family, immediate family or outside family, isn't necessarily dependent on the system itself.
Education is very important. I think it's important that we separate education from schooling. You can go to the best schools, the richest schools, and still be a fucking idiot. You can get education from anywhere. You can get educated through hip hop. You can get educated through traveling the world. Education is important. Learning and studying, however you get it, is important.